Welcome to the Sacred Magic Show. Bring in the mystical and the sacred for healing with my good friend, Dr. Georgia Herrera, and myself, Dr. Sharon Martin, on transformationtalkradio.com. In this live call-in show, you will witness the shifting of energies that bring about your transformation beyond your wildest dreams. Feel the answers to your most important questions flow into your heart as it opens to a new world of possibility. Together, Dr. Georgia, coming from the heavenly and angelic realms, and myself, Dr. Sharon, coming in from the deep realms of the earth, create an unstoppable powerhouse of sacred magic that has the power to enliven, activate, shift, transmute, and transform the challenges ever present in your life. You are now entering the hub for love and acceptance. The Sacred Magic Show starts now. Hey, we're here. We're Sacred Magic. I'm Dr. Sharon, and I'm here with Dr. Georgia. Georgia, tell everybody what it is we're going to do today, or what we do in general.
You call in and we feel you, we listen to you, and we love you, and we help connect into the holy divine to see what your soul needs to hear to help move you forward in the things you have been wanting in your life. It could be from relationships, spirituality, job, your health, whatever you would like to talk about.
Today, we're going to, of course, we do this every time, but I really want to remind everybody, call in 1-800-930-2819, or if you're watching on Facebook Live, type your comment and the producers will let us know you're there, and we will give you our 2 cents. We are going to connect with the quantum. So what is the quantum? And it's what we connect with all the time. And in my learnings from one of my spiritual teachers, Dr. Patrice Fields, she teaches that the quantum is actually the 12th dimension. And it's the place, hello, Pat. It's the place where we are literally on the brink of what is manifest and what is not. So we're right on that edge. And that's where the most powerful possibilities exist, because anything can be pulled in, anything can be shifted when you enter the quantum. So Georgia, when we help people shift, the readings that we do, they're not necessarily full session, are they?
No, it's completely unique per person. Some readings are about how to be in this world, how to be on earth. And some people, it's how to be their best self. It just ranges completely.
And even if we don't give you every single step of the way, we will give you a jump start, because we're just an hour episode here. And if we have several callers, but we'll give you that jump start, that sort of kickstart into the new shift. And then, of course, if you want to work with us more to really seal that in, or to continue the evolution of that transformation, then you work with us directly. Georgia, how can people work with you?
It's best if you go to my website and you can find out about the network spinal analysis chiropractic I do and the life coaching. And that's all on my website at sacredmotherhealing.com.
So when Georgia says life coaching, this isn't just, it is, but it's much more than someone guiding you with day-to-day advice. She actually encodes all of her advice, her words for you are very deeply encoded with heavenly energies. And so you're getting an energetic transmission every time you work with her. And for my part, my training is a shamanic healer, an energy healer, and a physician. You'll get a different set of energies, though equally powerful. That's what we do. And I'm at drsharonmartin.com, drsharonmartin.com. So if you want to work with us further, that's how you can find us, and we would love to help. So remember, call in, please, 800-930-2819. We will do a quick reading. Georgia, I want to talk about the last few shows, because one of the things, and I'm gonna kind of toot our horn here. When Georgia and I hook up energetically, we can intuit things about a person calling, and we can get hits on what is important, what needs to shift, what worries they have, and what they should pay attention to or not pay attention to. And together, we're kind of a unique combination. You might know that Georgia's a chiropractor, I'm a physician, but we've both done deep spiritual work. So when you put those things together, we kind of come out of the gates with sort of a unique process, and we do it together. And that's one thing we really jive well together, don't we?
Absolutely. It's amazing the shifts people have had that are just even listening on the show, or people also the people that have called in, and the breakthroughs and the things they have felt in them. And they luckily have both of us doing this for them on this show complimentary. So it is a lot of fun. And I'm really, really happy we get to do this together and for the people that are listening.
Sometimes people say, well, why would I want to listen when you're doing a reading for somebody else? So when I'm doing a reading for someone else, so how does it help me? Well, it sounds a bit probably new age and cliche, but we literally are all connected. And the shifts that we talk about for someone can actually impact somebody else. So when you're listening, even if it's not directly about you, please don't think that that means it doesn't apply, because it really does. So anyway, Georgia, let's get started, and I'll ask you to deepen into your intuition. And producers, let's go ahead and skip this break. Mary typed in on Facebook, I would like a message or reading regarding my job or any messages that I need to hear.
Okay, let's feel that out. So my masters are Jesus and Mary. So I bring in that vibration, Jesus, Mary. What do you want Mary to know? Oh, okay. That Mary, you're already on track. You're already moving. You're already connected, and you're in the flow for your next adventure in life. What would you add to that, Dr. Sharon?
Well, the first hit that came to me was, tell her to not be afraid. There is room for doubt here, isn't room for fear. All it does is muddy the waters. So how do we avoid being afraid? Face it, being afraid is part of being human. But Georgia already intuited that you're on track, and I intuited that you just need to let go of the fear. Now, how do you do that in a day-to-day life? Because I don't know about you, but my day's got a lot of anxiety when I work at the clinic. But my quiet time, my time when I tap into my guides, and for me, those are usually from the nature realm, usually from the realms of magic. Tapping in there reminds me that I am connected, and it reminds me that I'm not alone. So, Mary, you're sort of sitting in a place of a little bit of apprehension, a little bit of doubt, and you're thinking, am I on track? Am I, is this right? All this uncertainty? Breathe, call in your guides, really, really connect to that deep well of personal power that you have. Because once you let that certainty float away when you're being quiet and you're being centered, then you can feel your power and you can hear the answers of what the next step is. Georgia?
Absolutely, Sharon. As you were talking, I felt encouraged to breathe and connect and moving into that place of relaxing in change and also know that change is scary and that's normal because it's a shift, it's unknown, and unknown can be unpredictable, but to relax into that, like Dr. Sharon was saying, to breathe and get connected with your higher self, get connected with your divine beings that love you and support you so you can be in that high vibration and make the choices from a high vibrational place. And you do that by the music you listen to, the shows you listen to, the nature you go in to get fulfilled, the high vibrational foods that you eat, and the things that you read, that puts you in a high state. And then whenever you connect to your high beings, it's very easy to do that. Dr. Sharon, what would you add?
So, well, I was just going to say before the show, Georgia reminded me to bring a few stones along because we both love stones. And the first stone that jumped out, that's sort of metaphorically speaking, jumped out of the bowl to say, take me, is bronzite. It's hard to see because I've got this Zoom photo and green screen. So let me see if I can get it to a place where you can see it. No, darn it. Stone is green, so the screen's operating on it, but it's a green, gray, speckly, granular stone, little flecks, tiny, tiny flecks, little quartz in it. But this stone is a warrior, and it's a stone of certainty, and it's a stone of solidness, and that's bronzite, BRONZEITE. And it jumped forward, and Mary, I think it's for you because it is really just saying, you've got this, you're solid. When you're quiet and you're tapped in, you're aligned with your spiritual helpers, you know what to do. The words will come to you, you'll download the messages you need, and you'll have your next choice. So please comment back next time or call in or tell us how it's going because we both feel good about it. It's just you letting your human anxiety and worries and stuff get the heck out of the way. Dr. Georgia, any last thing for Mary?
No, this was a lot for her to work with. This is amazing. Thank you.
Producers, why don't we go ahead and take a quick break right now? And then everybody, this is Sacred Magic. We'll be back in a minute. Hi, everybody. We're back at Sacred Magic with Dr. Georgia and Dr. Sharon. And just a reminder, call in, type on, comment on Facebook Live, put a comment on YouTube, call in number 1-800-930-2819. So I want to talk about stones for a minute, but we're going to answer or see if we can give some help. Naomi typed in kidney issues. So, Georgia, do you want to feel into that?
Yeah. The typical feeling that gets trapped in the kidneys is fear. And Naomi, when I tapped into your energy, honey, you have fear. Surprise. You probably already know that, but there's quite a bit going on. And for you, Naomi, the remedy for fear, for you specifically, is being your own cheerleader, talking very kind and oh, the word that came to me was poetic. Naomi, I'm so curious about this. The word poetic came up specifically for you. That's not my word. Maybe write yourself some poems of affirmation and have those around. Put some in your purse, in your closet, some place, and put them in multiple places, these poems, to support you with the words that you need. You're needing a lot of support. And when I feel into you, you haven't had that, especially from the masculine energy in your life. And that's been very sad. But now you, as a grown woman, you get to bring in that masculine energy for you and tell yourself the times you have accomplished something. Tell yourself the times you have been proud of yourself to build your case for you, to support you, and support yourself by talking very kind about your future and how everything is working out and how you can make the most out of what has happened and what is going to happen. You know, that feeling of everything happens for your good because you're loved. Very kind, very sweet. And as I'm talking, I feel your body relaxing. Your body needs that. And surround yourself with the people that give you kind words. And when they don't, tell them what would feel good to you. We teach people how to treat us and to change the relationships. That's a very big conversation. And if you want to go into that deeper, go to my website and look at the life coaching, and we can talk about that on a deeper conversation. Dr. Sharon, what do you want to tell her?
The first thing that hit me, Naomi, was she's got to purge this toxicity. I got this feeling that there was, when I looked at it energetically, there was this sort of swirly black tar. And it's interesting, you're talking about kidney, but I sort of saw it in the lower abdomen. So this could be reproductive as well. And don't get scared when I say black tar. That doesn't mean you're doomed to have physical issues. These are imprints. And as Georgia said, maybe you've had bad experiences, maybe you've had bad trauma, which has brought about fear. You can let that go. So how do we do that? How do we do that when we have stuff clinging in our fields from past interactions, this life or past lives, that are gumming us up, that have put this icky stuff in our experience, and we hold it in our bodies? The easiest way for me that I love is you go sit down on the earth, whether it's on the beach, whether it's on grass, whether it's on a rock on a mountainside, and you put your root chakra, so your central energetic core from your crown all the way to your sacrum, put it down and just visualize letting everything that doesn't belong to you, let the earth take it. The earth is amazing at sucking up old stuff and mulching it into something better. You can get rid of this toxicity, and you can shift all that gummy stuff that might be giving you some health problems you can let it go, because it's not your identification. It's not what you're doomed to have forever. It's something that landed on you, but it is not your perfection. So if you want to work with Georgia, sacredmotherhealing.com. You want to work with me, drsharonmartin.com. We can take this further, but please let it all go. It's going to be okay, and you can clear this. So that's our message, basically. You can do this. You are not stuck with this forever. Georgia, one last thing for Naomi before we move on.
That faith that you gave her is a big deal. And that faith is a thread she can follow. I think that's perfect, Dr. Sharon. That's all I'd like to add.
And the earth is so powerful of an energetic. We humans are literally intricately linked to the earth. We don't exist without the earth. The earth's molecules and atoms are exactly those of ours. So when you call in the earth as a helper for healing, wow, the possibilities are endless. So Naomi, good luck. Let us know if we can help you more. So we have a caller. So Georgia, shift your brain, and let's, guys, if we could have, is it Karina?
Yeah, it's Karina from California. Welcome to the show, Karina.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Hi.
Hi. So I have been feeling different in regards to my health, and I've been to the doctor. They actually told me I'm in perfect health. And the funny thing is that my friend was told the same thing, and she ended up having like a minor stroke. And so, of course, you can't always, believe everything they say at the physician's
Don't
office.
you hate that when doctors don't have all the answers? I hate it for myself, so I get that.
Yes.
But did
Yeah.
having this off, so what I'm hearing, you have this off feeling, and you've gone to an expert who's told you you're fine, but you don't feel fine.
Well, yes. I've been having some shortness of breath. It did come with the pandemic. And I'm not sure if I had COVID or not, which I was really scared about because I started having shortness of breath. And I don't know if it was just something that, subconsciously I just developed because of COVID. Just being an empath, maybe I started feeling that.
And how much anxiety do you have?
You know what? I do have anxiety.
Yeah, I feel it.
With it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
feel it.
functional with it. But
Mhm.
I've been sweating more than usual at night, periods of shortness of breath. And then like last week for a couple hours, one day I felt dizzy, which I had never felt before. So symptoms are kind of developing, but I do have times, normally I feel great. I don't have any pains. I do have anxiety though, but I've never been on medication for anxiety. I actually have been eating more than usual, which my doctor says, you know what, all your symptoms are probably anxiety. So
let me just throw out a couple of thoughts. So first, let's just take the literal and the physical world. As a physician, if you told me sweats and shortness of breath, how old are you?
I am 42.
Okay. Any heart disease in your family?
I would say yes. I would say yes, but not significant. Not
Okay.
the.
Well, if that keeps going, you ask your doctor if you can at least get on a treadmill and make sure that, so that's a physical thing. But my first hit was you have anxiety. and that you're very sensitive. Dr. Georgia, let me ask you to chime in.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Sharon, I'm feeling the same thing. And, you know, it's interesting you brought up treadmill because I'm picturing you going outside and walking. I keep seeing that you need to walk. You're feeling to me like you're a little bit isolated and you need your muscles to feel strong. So it feels like you need to strengthen your body and strengthen your lungs by being in clean air. Um, Dr. Sharon, what do you think about that?
I think I agree. I was going to say what I heard that there's this dissonance between looking well, being functional, being told you're well, but not feeling well. And this world is a crazy place. And the energies that are swirling around, the chaos in the collective is through the roof. And if you're a sensitive, that stuff is bombarding you. Being out in nature and actually walking, it's hard to have anxiety when you're walking because you're busy making sure you don't trip over your own feet and making sure you breathe. So getting out, move, just be in that zone of moving your body. But that's also going to shed out, clear out all of this stuff that bombards you on a day-to-day basis, because you've got this out of kilter sense. And I think if we clear out anything that doesn't belong to you and focus you in what is you and what's on target and what's walking the path, then that can go a long way to helping ease up these symptoms. Dr. Georgia?
Yeah, I definitely would like to add to that. Like you were saying, Dr. Sharon, to clear out what's not you. What I'm feeling with you is you're actually a server and you get fulfilled by serving. But right now, it feels like there's more information and energy coming towards you and into you that it's hard to process. And just by going on a walk, being in nature, using your muscles, there's some stagnation in your tailbone and your low back. And by moving that anxiety out of your low back, I feel like you're going to feel stronger inside yourself, but also connected. And when we're connected in nature, we feel more supported. And it's easier for sensitive people to connect to nature first and then go out and about and connect more with people. But you're a server, honey. You have to figure out ways that bring you joy to serve. But first getting comfortable in connecting with nature so then you can connect with others more. Dr. Sharon, what would you like to add?
Karina, go ahead.
I totally agree with you. I got this urge on Earth Day to because I work at a school, and I got this urge to start the ecology club. So I'm starting an ecology club. Today's the first day because I said I need to connect the students because, like you said, I'm a server. Yes, I am a server. And I felt like I needed to serve Earth and teach the children how to take care of Earth. And I just got this strong urge, like, you have to start this ecology club. And I was like, oh, great, I'm going to add some more work to my load. But I knew I could handle it. You know, I have a good feeling about it. And I just felt like, you know what, this is going to help you. It's going to help myself. And it's going to help Earth, and it's going to teach, you know, children. And so I'm in good spirits. It's just sometimes I just feel off. And what you girls said is right on point because I know I'm an empath. I know I can feel other people's pain, and it really, really affects me. I haven't learned to shield every day, but I do have a prayer that I say every day. But you girls are right on it.
Awesome. And
Well,
a
good.
question for you, Karina. Do you eat fried food? Like fried
I
chicken?
love all kinds of food. I don't limit myself when it comes to food, unfortunately.
And by any chance, do you eat Kentucky Fried Chicken?
No, not frequently. No, no.
Okay.
Actually, not particularly Kentucky Fried Chicken. I would rather eat rotisserie chicken or a grilled
Mhm.
type of chicken.
Grilled chicken. Because I'm feeling there might be some heavy oils in you. So I'm trying to see, where am I feeling that from?
The heavy oil.
Yeah, some heavy oils. I'm feeling something deep fried that you're eating, that
Right.
the oils are kind of they're
Um.
heavy in your, I'm feeling it in where your blood flows. It feels thick from the oils. So just pay
Okay.
attention to the
Okay.
oils that you're eating and look on ingredients, look on packages. Maybe spend one day a week where you write it down of what you're eating to get an idea. Because you're you have a very clean energy. If you have oils that are not human oils, like manufactured oils, it's not going to agree with you more than most people, because you have a beautiful, clean, light, earth feeling. Dr. Sharon, what would you add?
So I'm with you, because don't glom up her energy field, basically.
Yeah. Yes.
So Corinna, we wish you well. Please update us. We're going to take a short break, but remember, you can work more with this issue with Georgia at sacredmotherhealing.com or me at drsharonmartin.com. And we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, I want to take a little time to talk about how do you protect yourself from all the incoming energies when you are an empath. So let's take a quick break. Corinna, good luck to you. Georgia, we're back. We had wonderful, wonderful callers, which was fabulous. We love that. But it brought up this issue that Georgia and I want to take a minute to talk about. As we've said, the energies in the collective these days are like, but as humans, we need to connect to people and we need to resonate with people. We don't exist well as hermits or in solitary. We interact with others. We're heart-centered, we're heart-connected. And in order to interact, we open our fields. We open our energy fields to connect. But when you do that, you get all kinds of, I kind of see it like space debris that comes floating along and then sticks on the spaceship. So you get all of this debris that sticks on you, and then you feel off kilter because you've taken on crazy, even though you didn't want to. It's stuck on you or it passed through your field. And if your field is like an energetic tapestry, like a weaving, and you get some toxicity flying in and out, somebody said something mean, road rage, who knows, you get tears in your field. And we need to, this is interesting. I wrote a book, Maximize Your Healing Power. It's going to be out in the spring, and it's energetic and shamanic techniques. One of them, I teach you how to clean the tapestry of your energy field. So Georgia, how can an empath protect herself or himself?
Well, it's one of my favorite topics because I'm extremely empathic, so I have to do stuff all the time. And what I have found when I'm talking to other people and working with them on the one-on-one sessions is each person needs something a little bit differently. Some people are more oriented towards the sun, some the moon, some the earth, some the water. So it depends on the person. But in general, the most important thing is getting happy. Happiness and taking care of yourself is the number one way to feel solid in you. And when you're solid, you don't attract as much. It still happens, especially if you're in any touching field, like massage therapists, hairdresser, doctors, things like that. It it's going to happen if you're more sensitive. And some things to do to get happy: music, frequencies, they shift your body, and it can shift from the heaviness and moving your body into a lightness, and you'll feel energies come on very easily. Give it a little shake, a little dance, a little stretch, and you will feel more empowered. And the stronger you are in your body, the more these energies don't stick and hold and stay. So that's one way. And another way is water. Taking a shower, soaking in the tub, putting sacred things in the tub. It goes on of wonderful things. I can keep going on about this, but I want to hear what Dr. Sharon wants to add to this.
So I look at it a little bit different because I'm thinking about the energy field that we each have, which is like a sort of like an egg around us, like a halo around us, but it covers our whole body. And for me, the power of intention. And you can intend, that's putting your mind, focused desire, focused aim for a goal, putting your intention on clearing your field. And you can do that to shift a health challenge as well, is with intention. But literally taking time to sense your field and making clearing motions. And Georgia said water. So I love, if you want to do it simply, you have a bowl of Epsom salt or a bowl of water with some sacred oil, or perhaps a little tangerine, little rose water, and just with intention, wiping yourself off. Now it's interesting. I'm just going to, this sort of resonated with me. And I'm wondering if there's an energetic to it. But I think about the ritual of entering a Catholic church and taking holy water and crossing yourself. That's very, you're taking a water with intention. You are closing your energy field to anything that doesn't suit. So use that power of intention to clean it off. There is toxicity out there. The human mind right now, the collective mind it's wacko. I mean, it's gone literally over the edge. And those of us who are trying to hold on to the currents of love, of unity, of harmony, it's hard to walk in this world. There's division, there's fracture, there's no manners. I'm going to go off in a minute if I keep going, but it seems like there's no manners. It's like anybody can put anything on Twitter or Instagram or on Facebook and just say the most awful things. That's hard to live with. So clear with intention, clear yourself off. And as Georgia says, use exercise to get yourself aligned in your own physicality, which shakes off stuff that doesn't belong. Clear yourself off, because we need to stay grounded and centered in order to make it through the world and bring forward what each of us is bringing. Georgia?
Oh, gosh, I just love what you're saying, Dr. Sharon. And as an empath, it's very important, because we don't always know what's our energy and what's others until you get clean. And ironically, Sharon, yesterday I went to a Catholic church, and I was teaching a friend how to use the holy water. But I told her, I said, look, when no one's looking, put that holy water on each chakra. And
The energetics of Catholicism.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great ritual. And
Mhm.
the more things you do for cleansing your energy, the cleaner you're going to feel, and the brighter and shinier you are, and the healthier you'll be. But also, don't be afraid of getting dirty. That's been something I've dealt with and would resist it. And now, I've been traveling around the world and having to go in airplanes and buses and being in tight rooms and trains. It's dirty. Lots of emotions, lots of depression, especially with COVID. And I'm not going to let it stop me. It's, going in there, I can shield all I want, but if it's too much, it's going to get me dirty. And that's okay. And have confidence in yourself and talk nice to yourself, have manners to yourself and be nice to yourself. And you will be able to clean. There's a lot of ways to clean. It goes on and on. And it's very possible. Another way I do it is I'll surround Jesus all around me, and I'll feel stuff in my fields that I didn't even know was there. Stuff that we can be blind to until we tap into the high vibrations. And nothing has to be um, complicated. Simple is usually more powerful. So for me, I visualize Jesus all around me, and I'll feel something big and clumpy. I touch people for the chiropractic all the time. And sometimes their stuff is on me, especially if I have high compassion for what they're processing.
Because
And
that makes you resonant.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, you nailed it. And I'll feel it, and Jesus will show it to me, and then I give it to Jesus, and then I ask for a blessing in that place, but also to have faith in that other person that I got their stuff, to have faith in them. And I pray for that, to have faith in them, and for me not to be afraid of their suffering, to let their suffering, let me have confidence in them that this is right for them and not for me to take it away from them. Dr. Sharon, what would you add to that?
Well, I was thinking when you were talking, I was thinking about trees and how, in Japan, they have these whole big areas for forest therapy. Trees can really, really take jumbled energies. They're kind of a leveler. They just sort of level out the energetics around them. And if there's chaotic stuff, they actually literally ground it. They're a sink, SINK, for excess, sparkly, scattered, chaotic, short circuiting. Go sit next to a tree. That sounds cornball, but trees are, well, how old are they? Millions of years old. They've been on this planet with the wisdom of living on the earth for so long. So when you sit in their energetics, you can just let all of that stuff drain off. And if you're in the city, go find a park, find a tree. Get on a bus and take the bus to the outskirts of the city. If you're lucky enough, I know that this show is hosted in the Pacific Northwest. Oh my gosh, when I visited there, the evergreens, you could just feel them as you drove up from Seattle up to, where was I going? I forget. I want to say Belleville, but I don't think that's right. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Bothell, that's the word. The trees, holy moly, go hug a tree. That sounds so 60s. I show my age, but anyway, go hug a tree.
It worked
Georgia,
for you.
that's Didn't it? Yep. So we have a couple minutes left. Georgia, remind everybody what it is we do and what they can do to continue the work with us.
So when you go to my website, sacredmotherhealing.com, you're going to see I practice network spinal analysis chiropractic in Roswell, Georgia. And that's cleaning your fields, moving your spine, deep breathing, and having a perfect, beautiful spine. But I also work all over the world on the telephone, talking to people about their energies, helping them work on their goals, how to bring their spiritual life into their everyday life with their body, with their relationship, with their home. It goes on and on. What about you, Dr. Sharon?
Well, George, I was just reflecting on what a master mystic and spiritual healer you are. And that's how I met Georgia, as I've worked with her now for several years. So of course, all the work we did today, if anybody listening wants to continue it, I work from the shamanic perspective. And so Dr. Sharonmartin.com, DrSharonMartin.com. What we do in this show is give you a taste, but it does jumpstart the energetics of transformation.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we say, oh, we'll only have a few minutes, those minutes are still powerful. And they're powerful for you, even if you're just a listener and you didn't call or write in. And thank you for those who did call or write in, because we get the chance to kind of put a little nudge, sort of like putting a little click back into things. And then the ball starts rolling and you'll be surprised. I don't know about you, Dr. Georgia. I'm often surprised at how that little click then starts to roll, and the transformations that happen for people are like, whoa, did that really just happen? Holy moly.
Yeah.
But the other thing we do, and just in closing, because we only have a minute and a half or so left, we have spiritual helpers. So when humans tap into the unseen world, when you align with the forces of nature, with the elements, with the actual galactic energies, you have so many resources at your disposal. And we tap into those and those vibrations, and that's what we bring to you. So in our last minute, Georgia, do you have a message for anybody today or everybody?
You know, I've been holding love for everyone listening, and I'm honored that I get to bless you, and I'm honored to work with Dr. Sharon. So we get to broadcast this love and this magic and this new life. So life can be fun. Uncovering the mysteries and seeing the positivity and how everything's working out for you. It's really a joy. Thank you, listeners, for listening, and thank you for letting us serve you.
Back at you, Dr. Georgia. This is wonderful to be here with you guys today. This is Sacred Magic. I'm Dr. Sharon with Dr. Georgia, and we'll be back next month. And we will be here to help you tweak a little something and get rolling. And again, work with us, Sacred Magic, sacredmotherhealing.com, DrSharonMartin.com. Thanks for being here. Benny, Jacob, thank you for producing. We'll see you in a month.
Thank you for listening to the Sacred Magic Show, bringing in the mystical and sacred with myself, Dr. Georgia Herrera, and my friend, Dr. Sharon Martin, airing every third Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific. Come back and continue to witness myself, Dr. Georgia, and Dr. Sharon as we shift energy to bring about transformations beyond your wildest dreams. Tap into the magic and sacred nature of angels, plants, colors, stones, and many other energetic vibrations for powerful shifts and healing on transformationtalkradio.com.